The following program is meant for adult audiences only. If you are easily offended, you are choosing to be offended by continuing to watch. If jokes upset you, whether bad or good, you might end up crying. Being a bitch in life is difficult, I imagine, but you must find a way to continue. For all the haters and lurkers, hope you enjoy the show. For the Bigot Army, enjoy the show. Don't be a pussy.
そうだ。テレビつけてもいいぞ。
冒険アニメ。
よりによって。
サイレンサー付きの拳銃だと。
ワクワク。
Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the Grifter Zone.
Oh, you found your moo.
My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's 'cause Jesus Christ is.
Man, I want to get drunk in a hotel room with you.
That might be taken out of context.
Gay, gay, gay.
Oh. No. How is it my fault? What? The bracket gifted this and I'm immediately called an anti-Semite? Come on, dog.
Bruh.
What are these characters? Nazi furry? Hypno, why would you do this to me? Said, welcome to Goonergate. Protect your booty hole.
What's up, nerds? It's Alyssa Mercante, Kotaku senior editor, and
nobody even wants you here.
And I would take her to Chili's, maybe. You know, like, genuinely, I just want the best for her. Genuinely.
Listen, if it was consensual and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
What did he say? People are gonna clip that. You know that I don't.
Clip it. I know you don't. Come on. But that's the thing. Why can't we have fun?
Bruh.
That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
He's jealous. Fuck yeah. Been knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell him. The fuck.
And Hypnotic again, member for 1 month. Thank you. Enjoy First Berserker. What's that black stuff between an elephant's toes? Slow natives. Wait.
Wild.
Yeah. On the other end of the spectrum. Yes.
Okay.
I'd say that goes out of dad into dark, but sure, yeah.
Definitely dark.
Somebody replies and it says, "This is embarrassing." And he says, "Not as embarrassing as your take on trans kids. It was not researched. It was cruel and it had no basis in facts. So forgive me if I don't take all your takes that seriously." Who's this person?
Bruh.
Look at the fucking thumbnail. God of Cock Meltdown. Oh my God, look at this. Oh man. Yeah, sure. Trans kids, for sure, man.
Right, but you're giving an opinion on an article with a headline that's inflammatory. So the fact that you're giving an opinion on what's on screen,
Did
can
I
I
focus on the inflammatory nature of the headline?
Well, can I assume that everything in this article you would agree with?
You shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of yourself and me.
Okay, so then
down his timeline, you're gonna see a lot of ass and titties. Okay, me on my Twitter timeline, you ain't gonna see none of that. As a matter of fact, like I can show you, I can scroll down my entire news feed on Twitter. Why would you ruin my point? I'm trying. God damn. Why would you ruin it? I didn't do that. I don't know who this chick is. Why would you do that? I can't even edit it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Someone you love been canceled? Have you been the target of online harassment because of something you said or refused to be compelled to say by the mob? Did you mistakenly think you could be an individual, form your own opinions, and keep all of your friends? Did your social credit score tanked because you had a conversation with, subscribe to, or follow someone who suffers from wrongthink? Have you been called a literal Nazi because you think taking care of one's physical health is important? Have you tried apologizing for your transgressions only to find out you actually poured gasoline on the they-them flames? Have you ever had a politically incorrect thought or, heaven forbid, made an off-color joke? Well, we here at the Office of the Cancelled are here for you. As a member of the club, we offer exclusive trading cards, flak jackets, lapel pins, access to bomb shelters, as well as audio tracks from based artists that are sure to pump you up for a day at the range and get some of that much-needed two-way therapy. Remember, folks, you're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled, and every one of those collectivist NPCs can go fuck themselves.
Eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. 15 years have I been waiting to stand up on my
I'll wait some time because the longer we wait, like the more realistic it'll be, you know, when he comes back to life. The touch of the black man in a woke story. The God hand shining down, shining upon thee. White man as you lay down. Cis white man and couple in background. Understand the power of a black man is a God hand.
Pro-black Twitter!
I breathe life into you. One touch is not enough from greatness. One touch from the black man. Watch me do it again. Kneel and be amazed at the touch of the black man. I bring life. I bring life.
Pro-black Twitter hoes!
That's right! That's right!
Robocock, don't clip that, no!
Bruh.
Oh God, that's getting clipped.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Oh shit. I was doing so good tonight too.
I'm tired of you! Drop it, retard. Robocock.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right, we are live, boys. We are live, we are live, we are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do that, boys, I need you to just bring it in a little bit close, okay? Get a little bit closer. Don't be afraid, all right? Get close enough where we're not quite touching, but you damn near wish we were. Get close, all right? And listen to what I have to say. while you hug each other out in the chat. If you're watching on YouTube, like the stream. I know. Shocking. If you're watching on Rumble, like the stream. If you're watching on Twitter, like the post. And if you are watching anywhere else, that's impossible. So like the stream. Figure it out. Figure it out. Can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking, man? What are we checking today? There's a lot going on, dude. There's a lot going on, man. Holy crap. We have not one, but two CEO situations happening today, which is pretty wild. Absolutely wild. We got the Fairgame's Concord 2.0 video game from PlayStation looking very bleak right now. We've got so much going on. What are we, taint check and goon check? What are we doing? What are we doing? Johnny Somali live trial check? That's something I have never honestly bothered to even get into. I was like, I'm going to leave that for Legal Mindset. I'm going to let Legal Mindset rock with that one. Sonia loves streaming check. She seemed like she did. And it looks like we got Sonia all of her watch time hours that she needed. So good job, everybody. Hypno Doom check? Absolutely. We're almost done with Doom. We're on chapter 14, I believe, of 22, something like that. Jessica Rabbit, waifu, please check. She's been in the waifu battle before, multiple times. Alyssa Mercante versus Cult Classic Cage check. Oh, I don't want to be there for that one. That's going to be rad shit. Rad shit. Kirsha W check. Yes, we talked about that yesterday. What else? Having a stroke check? Oh, man, hopefully not. Johnny's booty hole is going to get a workout check. That is weird. And this is when we continue. All right, boys. Our ESG scores are at their maximum. We are fully funded, like the street. All right, boys, we're going to do the Bigot Army roll call, man. We're going to see who is in this chat right now. Aside from former Kotaku urinalists, black samurais that swear they exist, but unfortunately get outplayed by much older video games in the same franchise, and people that swear that they want to somehow move on, they don't want to talk about me, whatever, and yet apparently have included me in a woe is me video, people are being mean to me online video. Because of course, right? Of course, some of the most boring shit in the world. Of course. We got Tanya Raven. We got Cyber Rider. We got Darkwind 25 over on Rumble. We got Felsteph, Seabrew 1138, Monkey Man 04. We got Beautiful Zexel, Scott Hott, Blue Octopussy, Jeremiah Maxwell, OTSS Mookie Dookie. We got Colonel Rub. We got Adam Rice. We got Dwayne. We got Jay Sims. We got Old Man Cad is yelling at us. We got Kay the Gwinnett Queen, Colonel Rub, Hey, Louis Messina, Valkyrie, Anime Mania 500, Radio Chimp, Mr. Krabs, Valerian over on Rumble, Genetic Spore. Guys, it looks like we're having some issues on Rumble. It says I'm live on Rumble, so I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what's going on there, but here's what I'll do. I'll link. Hold on. In case you're having trouble on Rumble, I'm linking the YouTube stream in Rumble. I don't really know what's going on there, but it says I'm live. It says everything is good, so I don't know. Triple J Jr., Bolsky, Connor Girardi says baby oil check. Uh-oh. Saku Kocho. What's up, man? GDR says, goddamn right, Bigot General right here to poop on your dreams. This man is getting ready to poop on you. Are you ready? Are you ready? He's going to poop on you. Nightmare 13. Make Nintendo great again. Dwayne. We got Bird Dog. Look what you did. I didn't do anything. Yamato 85. Angry Wolverine. Oliver Adam. Raziel. Latino Heat. Lord Xenoth. We got the voice in the water. Bend Over says, I exist. Matthew says, hello. Grouchy Old Fart. Octwas. Seabrew 1138. More Dots. Stid Rocks. The Game Wolf 87. Colonel Rub. Crimson Jet says, hail. What's up, Crimson? How you doing? We got Taffy, AK Griffin, Guff R35, Paul Byersmith, Ermac Rules, Tim Grove, Alicia Ferenz. We got Commander Sonox, his spicy is good. Rye Guy over on Rumble. Scott Hot. Hammer Biotech. Sonia Lissette, the newly monetized mod. Congratulations. Mr. Disaster 2000. Colonel Ruff. Calbara. Fabian Regalado. The True Aztec Warrior. Cesar Velasquez. We got Alucard. Hypnotic Rapture. We got Genetic Spore over on Rumble. All right, guys, 4 more people and that's it. 4 more people is all I can afford to call out. Here we go. We got Dubs. We got Santa Dude. We got Sold Me Out, literally yelling at me and saying, I am here. We got Maria saying, hola. We got Dementia Vile. His fucking profile picture is insane. It's insane. We got Justin saying tonight's going to be a good night. I agree. It always is. Every night we get to hang out. It's a good night. We got myself over on Rumble. We got, who else is here? Anthony Smith. We got Miss Lunatic. Who else didn't I call out yet? We got Peaches and Cream. Adam Juneman, which, by the way, I believe it is Adam Juneman's birthday. So make sure everybody spam the chat with some birthday cakes. And tell Adam Juneman happy fucking birthday. And then we got BioT Wolf 19. We got Hanny. Low KZ on Rumble. We got, who else? I'm looking through Taffy. Shout out to Taffy. We got Lucifer the Doberman. We got Amonte Observatory. Alice Smith. And last but not least, we got Vigilante up. We got Double A Trouble on Rumble. And then we got Debu, Thwarted Geek, Brent on Rumble. And of course, Double Brewski that says to skip him, which I absolutely refuse. All right, guys, listen. I called out as many people as I possibly could. Sacrifice your fellow Bigot Army member, and let's see who is going to get the massive money shot today. Let's go, boy. Look at this blue octopus. She can't count. She can't count. I think somebody needs to help her. Every stream, she always, for some reason, counts more than 4 when there was only 4 people called. I don't understand. We got Commander Sonox saying no JDA, no Alyssa to go down. Skip 3. 1, 2, 3. Luis Facita says no Diddy. What the fuck kind of word is that? Definitivamente, no Jaffe, no Mercanti, no Slanesh, Psych Barrier by Nurgle, Go Down ×7, and Decay Defenses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got Cesar Velasquez to go down. No Diddy, no Nintendo, no Woke Flicks, Booty Hole Protection Online, Excalibur, and Mirror Shield is with me to fight the woke ×5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got Rune with the power of the monkey. No Diddy, no Jaffe, no Uno Reverse to go down, which goes to Lionheart, says to go down by 4. Ultra Guard, fast counter reaction activated, parry at 100 damage for every reverse used. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, man. This guy knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. He knew by wishing Adam Juman a birthday that he was potentially sacrificing himself to the Bigot Army. He knew. He knew. He felt it coming. No pun intended. He knew. Thwarted Geek knew. Just don't get it on the cake, man. Don't get it on the cake. All right, man. Congratulations, Thwarted Geek. You are the recipient of the money shot today.
What the?
Like the stream, boys. Like the stream. All right, man. Listen, we got a lot to talk about in all seriousness. Okay, we got Fair Games. We're gonna be talking about Fair Games. We're gonna deep dive into the fact that the CEO of Fair Games has left the company and nobody knows why. And this is after reports that the game is struggling and nobody likes the way that the game came out inside of the studio. So we got to talk about that. We got to talk about the Steam leak, because apparently the Steam leak has been confirmed to be, for the most part, fake, or at least over-exaggerated. So we're going to talk about that as well. We're going to talk about another studio that has been forced to step down their CEO because of failures, unfortunately. And this is a game that got gifted to me recently that I haven't even had a chance to check out, and I want to check it out. Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, has bombed dramatically, apparently, on Steam. And now the CEO of SNK has stepped down after the game's failure. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about another video game, live service video game. Everybody knows this one, called Marathon. Marathon has apparently been accused of plagiarizing work. Because, of course, keep in mind, this is not the first time this has ever happened. So apparently they're getting accused of plagiarism and stealing artists' work. Why am I not surprised? And then last but not least, if we could touch on it, we're going to touch on the fact that the Guillemot family's son, Charlie Guillemot, is officially making his return to Ubisoft at a very interesting time, by the way, considering how Ubisoft just released their earnings call and things are not looking good at all. We went over that yesterday in case you guys missed it, but we'll touch on a little bit today if we can. So listen, guys, we have a lot that we got to go over. There's a lot that we have to do. But before we do that, we have to perform the #1 segment on YouTube. We have to perform the #1 segment on Rumble, the #1 segment on Twitter, on the planet Earth, in the galaxy, in the universe, in the multiverse, in all of existence. The segment that causes all journalists to melt down. The segment that will get your name put in a victim mentality video. This segment that will get you clipped out of context over and over and over again by the same people that complain about being clipped out of context. This segment is known all around the world as the pre-stream legend.
Money, print money, cash,
Money, well,
capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money, print money, cash,
money, well,
capitalism, raise a bunch of money, super chat money.
As salty as the sea, calling us broke names. SJW screaming, but it's money they blame. Burning with envy, they're falling flat. They can't handle the sound of a super chat.
Right. We got ourselves the pre-stream legends, ladies and gentlemen. Starting us off is Bigot Wolf, 19 with a 5. What is the name of Bruce Lee's vegetarian brother? Brock O'Lee. This is how you know it's going to be an interesting stream. Anytime we start off with a bad dad joke, things usually don't end up very well. Donations are low. Views are low. Everything goes to shit. Shout out to Bigot Wolf 19 with a 5. And then we got Dark Exile with a 5. Says on time or late in gay. Place your bets, Gooners. Well, I have the 5-minute grace period, so I'm never late technically. All right. Never late. 90% of the time, 100% of the time. Never late. We got Adair Soto gifting 1 Hypnotic membership. Thank you to Adair Soto. I appreciate you. And we got Peaches and Cream with a 2. A Paula Poop with a face. Like the stream, boys. I agree. That was the best 99 cents that I've ever spent. My 99 cents has broken, Jaffe. I hope you guys understand that. And then, with a $20 banger starting us off.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Bend over with a 20. Says, here's to a cozy stream for all of us Gooners. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for that 20 membership banger. I appreciate you. Helps us a lot. We got Roan Graham for 11 months of legendary status. It says, I need to change my YouTube name to Darth Gooner, just for the hell of it. I don't see anything wrong with that, my good man. I don't see anything wrong with that. I think you should. I think you should. We got Little Hypnotic with a 2. Hey, Dad, it's been a minute. Why are you black? Sergeant Sapien gifting 1 Hypnotic membership. Shout out to Sergeant Sapien. Thank you for that, man. And then we got Little Hypnotic with a 2. Miss Sonia is the best. Congrats to Miss Sonia. Since when do you know Miss Sonia, huh? Huh? Solon the Leech with an ARS 200.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
He says it's all over, Hypno. Kirsha's around 85K something subs and dropped the bomb on Craig's and Blav's show. She's showing Fox feed at 100K. Bricked Kata is going to dehydrate. Yeah, I told you guys that Kirsha was going to just massively blow up from this. Like, between the fact that Aspen Gold is covering her, I mean, pretty much everybody's covering her, number 1. And number 2, nobody likes the cancel culture shit. The Streisand effect is real, and she's going to just explode on YouTube. So good for her. Good for her. Keep it going, man. She's doing great. She's doing great. We got Eric Jenkins with 499. Gray, I know you're missing me, so I'll give you a special money shot. Enjoy the protein. You earned it. Cinder, so proud. Amazing. Shout out to you. Look at you guys giving facials to each other in between money shots, super chats. It's incredible. Louis Pacino with a 2. Fuck the autocorrector and the horse it rides on. Nice. Nice. Eric Jenkins with 499. Hello, fellow gamers. This stream brought to you by these nuts. Gotcha, beesh. Wow. Wow. Colonel Rob for 2 months of legendary status. It's always a joy watching Ubisoft crumble and Supreme Leader Hypno. I am pleased to report our money shot systems are at max thanks to the loyal troops. 100%. 100%. Anime Mania gifting 1 Hypnotic membership. Shout out to Anime Mania. Thank you so much. And then we got Fluffy Murder Machine gifting not 1, not 5, not 10, but 20 Hypnotic memberships, getting him not only a Gooner clip, but I'm also going to nuke the chat because we haven't gotten a 50 yet, so might as well just nuke it. Fuck. Thank you again to Fluffy Murder Machine for the 20 membership banger, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You absolute legend. You didn't have to, but you did. Thank you, man. We got Vigilante up, gifting 1 Hypnotic membership. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. And then we got Darth Gooner. Darth Gooner with a 2. The Dark Lord of the Gooners has arrived. Oh, man. This account, there's going to be a lot of trouble coming from this account, I feel like. Darth Gooner. And then we got Alucard with a 5. Why are gay men buried the dead upside? So their friends can stop by for a cold one. Damn. Damn. All right, we're moving over to Rumble, man. We got Adam Jubin for $1. Says, enjoy my 43rd birthday today. Again, shout out to Adam Jubin. Happy birthday. Everybody wish Adam Jubin happy birthday in the chat, man. Absolute legend in the Bigot Army. Much appreciated. And then we got Adair Soto for $1. What did Leia's adopted parents say when she used to sleepwalk as a child? Uh-oh, it's the rise of Skywalker. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Adam Jubin for $1. Thank you all for the birthday wishes. No problem, man. No problem. All right, we're going to move back over to YouTube. Rumble's done. Shout out to Rumble. Thank you so much. We got Eric Jenkins to $4.99. That wedding was so emotional. Even the cake was in tears. Oh, my God. Bro, these jokes are just like, they're painful. They're painful. Like, they're pretty bad. Today's pretty bad. What's going on? Are we losing our edge here? What's going on? All right, boys, listen. We are fully caught up everywhere. Thank you so much for the insane pre-stream legend support. I appreciate you. Let us get into the content. And we are going to start off with Marathon because why not, right? Marathon is such a damn joke. We might as well start off with Marathon. Blue Octopus, he says, Hypnotic, we need a hypno chair. This is not Smash JT stream, okay? We don't get thousands upon thousands upon thousands of donos, and we don't have a whole bunch of chairs being flown around everywhere. We are not a chair stream, unfortunately. I'm sorry. All right, guys, listen, let's go. We're going to start with Marathon. So if you guys are unaware, Marathon and Bungie as a whole is being accused of plagiarism because, of course, they are, right? This is not the first time I've seen something like this happen. Artist accuses Bungie of plagiarizing work for the game Marathon, as if Marathon needed any more drama surrounding it. But, you know, here we are. An artist has stepped forward and called out Bungie for stealing their work and using it in the Marathon closed alpha playtest. In April, Bungie hosted a playtest for Marathon, and the first impressions were mixed. One of the main complaints centered around the game's implementation of aim assist for mouse users, and some players argue that it made the game too easy. Yeah, I've talked about this many times. If you need aim assist as a keyboard and mouse user, you might as well just go back to a controller because you're doing it wrong. In response, Bungie announced that the mouse aim assist will be nerfed in Marathon's next alpha patch. Even with that promise, there are doubts about the game's future. But then it gets good. An artist who goes by the name N2 on X claimed the following: the Marathon Alpha released recently and its environments are covered with assets lifted from poster designs I made in 2017. Oh, boy. I don't have the resources nor the energy to pursue this legally, but I've lost count of the number of times a major company has deemed it easier to pay a designer to imitate or steal my work rather than write me an email and to explain. In 10 years, I have never made a consistent income from this work, and I am tired of designers from huge companies mood boarding and parasiting my designs while I struggle to make a living and to add it. The artist tagged Bungie and Marathon's art director, Joseph Cross, in the post, but Bungie has yet to issue an official statement. This is a developing story. We'll provide more updates. So I want to see what's actually going on here. Let me click the tweet. Give me 1 second. I'm going to click the tweet, and we're going to bring it up and see what exactly is going down because he has all the picture comparisons. So this is N2. It says the Marathon Alpha released recently and its environments are covered with assets that he made in poster designs. He even tags Bungie and Joseph Cross. If you look here, oh, damn. He's not lying. Oh, man. It's literally word for word. Damn. Holy shit. Wait, so they just copy and pasted this shit, huh? It's on all three pieces. Holy shit. Wait, there's more. I mean, okay, the bottom one, he's got a point. The bottom one, he's got a point. Damn. Oh, that's his. Oh my God. They literally took his logo. They took his logo. It says literally my logo. Hold on. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Wow. It says literally my logo. Damn. I wonder what they're going to do about that. You can see from the poster here on the right side compared to the left. But, you know, here's the thing, though. This right here, I feel like is so... Like, this shape, I don't know. If it wasn't for the other evidence, I'd be like, This shape, this arrow shape, I see this all the time. So I'm not really down for this one. It's like, it's just arrows. You know what I mean? You know how many times, you know how many video games I've seen these kind of arrows before? But this is pretty obvious. It's the exact same strip that's here on the bottom. All they did was take the strip and put it on something else. Twice, by the way. The logo, like this is pretty damning. Right? And then let me make the other picture bigger. Hold on. So that we can look at this one too. Give me a second. That's the first one is obvious, bro. It's obvious. Like it's the fucking like same shit. Aleph, Dark Space, Haulage Logistics. It's the same fucking name. Aleph, Dark Space, Haulage Logistics. This is a 1-for-1 copy. But my question is, why this guy? Why copy from this guy? I don't understand. Why copy from this guy? Why steal this Aleph, Dark Space, whatever? Like, is that based off anything? Is it really this guy's work? Aleph, I'm sure it is. I'm just saying. Aleph, let me look it up. Aleph, Dark Space, Haulage Logistics. I can't. No. Wow. No, that's his. Yeah, that's his. Shit. I guess, keep in mind, by the way, Ubisoft did the same exact thing in Assassin's Creed Shadows, where they stole artwork from a multitude of different sources, and they even stole a flag from a Sekigahara Corps in Japan. So not exactly very shocked to see this. It's something that they all do, which is kind of ridiculous because we live in a world where all these guys are using AI. And you mean to tell me in a world where you have access to AI, you're choosing to steal from another artist? It's not even like it's an inspiration. It's a direct 1-for-1 copy. It's a direct 1-for-1 copy. It's like you couldn't use AI. If you were just creatively bankrupt, you can't just use AI. I don't know. I just feel like this is weird. I feel like there's something missing from this story. I don't know what it is. I'm going to go down his Twitter thread a little bit. Hold on. Let's go down the Twitter thread and let's see if we can find anything interesting. Bungie is, of course, not obligated to hire me when making a game that draws overwhelmingly from the same design language I have refined for the last decade. But clearly my work was good enough to pillage for ideas and plaster all over their game without pay or attribution. Oh my God, he has more. He has more, bro. He has more. I feel like, I don't know, this one's a little bit weird because these are all just a bunch of fucking shapes. But the thing is, there are a bunch of shapes that when put together make his logo. You can literally see here the hammer logo or whatever this is. This is like a hammer logo, right? So considering his style is very like cyberpunk style. I could see why Bungie tried to steal from him, I don't have the resources or the energy to spare to pursue this legally. We already read that. Oh, damn. This is damning. Joseph Cross actually follows this guy. Joseph Cross over at Bungie follows this man on Twitter. And so does other people from Bungie as well. And they've never had communicate. Oh, damn. Okay, so he's not just a random dude then. They actually follow him. They follow him, which leads me to believe they definitely took some of those pictures. Damn. Fuck, man. You should definitely contact them and get this sorted out. I'm sure their legal team is on fire seeing this. Probably. How does this keep happening at Bungie? Seriously, it's like every year there's a new case of someone's art getting lifted. So this is what I was saying earlier. This happens a lot. This happens a lot with Bungie. This happens a lot with a lot of different studios. And like I said, Ubisoft got caught so many times during Assassin's Creed Shadows with multiple different things that were stolen off of people. This is the same exact thing happening over here with Bungie, and it's not the first time it's happened. It's going to keep happening until they get sued. That's really what's going to... It's going to take a big lawsuit for Bungie to wake the fuck up and realize that perhaps you should not do that. You know what I mean? And my thing is, why even do that in the first place? Seriously, like I can understand getting inspiration. I can understand trying to take inspiration from different things you see, but you literally lifted it. You didn't even change the word, bro. You didn't change the name of the company. Nothing. It's the same fucking company he put on his poster. Like you couldn't even change the name. You couldn't even change the name. You put Aleph, same thing. I don't know, bro. That's not lazy. That's just being like ridiculous. I really don't know. I don't know. It's astoundingly short-sighted to pull assets like this. Not only are you probably going to get caught and dragged through the mud, but you're leaving so much potential value on the table by not just doing the right thing and hiring the artists. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. So anyway, ultimately, people are tagging Bungie now. They're asking to pay this man, which they're never going to at all, by the way. I hope people realize that. People are tagging Asmod Gold. People are tagging Ron fucking Coleman. Why is Ron Coleman being tagged in this? Why is Ron Coleman being tagged in this, bro? People said this game looked lazy, but this is cherry on top. So, you know, this is going to hurt the overall perception that was already hurt as it is when it comes to Marathon, because people were saying that Marathon looks lazy. You know, and I was one of those people, by the way. Like, it looks like a lazy, an overall just lazy, uninspired design that has a lot of nice, flashy neon lights to try to get you to go, ooh, ah. But then when you really look at it, you realize there's not much going on here. There's not much to really look into here. It looks pretty damn basic for the most part. But no, this is not nothing is going to happen with nothing is going to happen with this. Bungie's not going to get sued. Bungie's probably not going to even pull it down. I doubt it. And if they do, I don't think they're going to issue a correction. I just don't think they want to be proven wrong like that. Me personally. Blue-Eyed Scorpio says you had me at flashing neon lights. I'm in. All right, Blue-Eyed Scorpio's in. We got one player for Marathon so far. All right, man. Let's move on to the next topic. That's basically it for Bungie and their plagiarism, as we like to call it. Let me X out these photos really quick. This is a really fast story. I just find it to be very interesting. So, the CEO of Ubisoft, his son, Charlie Guillemot, is apparently going to be returning to Ubisoft. Now, he left sometime in the early 2020s. I don't remember the exact year. I'm sure they're going to say so in this article. But I find it very interesting that suddenly he's returning. And it makes you wonder why that is. Why is Charlie Guillemot returning at a time where Ubisoft is at its worst? Seems a little weird. Insider Gaming has learned that the CEO's son, Charlie Guillemot, will be returning to the company following his departure in 2021. According to the internal email sent to Insider Gaming, Charlie Guillemot will be rejoining the company to join forces with Marie-Sophie de Watbert to lead the company's transformation committee. What the fuck is a transformation committee? Is that what they said in their earnings call when they said they got to cut $110 million or whatever it is in costs? Their transformation committee. The committee, which consists of 10 members, is said to guide the evolution of Ubisoft's brands and studios over the next 100 days. Oh, that makes sense. It's a move that has been met with criticism from employees who tell Insider Gaming that the majority of the members within the committee are the ones responsible for Ubisoft's current state. Well, that's the problem. I have a video coming out tomorrow, by the way, going over all of the Ubisoft news. I deep dive into like the earnings call, Ubisoft's past, how they handled Shadows, everything. And in the video, one of the things I mentioned is that there really is no point in doing a brand new subsidiary. There's no point in bailing Ubisoft out if the entire reason Ubisoft is doing things the way that they're doing is because the Guillemot family wants to maintain power. All that means is that you could have a new subsidiary, you could have bailout money, you could have whatever you want to have. But the people who caused this are the ones who are still running the show. So as long as they're still running the show, all you're doing is delaying the inevitable. And you're just filling their pockets for another few years before the eventual buyout that happens with Tencent. That's really what's happening here. There's no reason for anybody to get excited at a potential change within Ubisoft if the same assholes are all doing the same exact thing. So what are you really transforming the company into? You have the same people running the show. But in any case, Charlie co-led Ubisoft, Owlent, and Remy Pellerin since 2014, but both left Ubisoft in 2021 to pursue new opportunities, which including being the CEO of a Web3 gaming company called Unagi. What the fuck is an Unagi? That shit sounds like a creature of the deep. Like, oh, watch out, don't get killed by the Unagi. However, within the company, Charlie was also heavily criticized for being responsible for one of Ubisoft's biggest controversies in 2020, where the company used a Black Lives Matter imagery in association with an in-game terrorist organization for the mobile game Elite Squad. Wow.
Holy shit.
Wow. Black Lives Matter imagery for an in-game terrorist organization. The irony of that being unbelievably damn near accurate.
Holy shit.
Considering what BLM did for the country, and considering how much money they stole from people, and how all these leftists that gave them money don't ever want to answer the question of, hey, how many mansions did you help these black lesbian women buy in white neighborhoods? They never want to answer the question. They're like, I don't care. You're a racist. Black Lives Matter. It's like, you fucking dumb NPCs. Seriously. In the internal email sent to staff, it was said that Charlie Guillemot takes full responsibility for the oversight. Ubisoft's new transformative committee members consist of the following. I do find it interesting that the CEO of Ubisoft's son was somebody who was responsible for a lot of backlash that had to do with something DEI related. Isn't that so ironic to anybody else? Like, this is Ubisoft, right? The master company of DEI, the ones that swear by it. And yet you guys put Black Lives Matter's picture on the face of a terrorist organization in another game. It's like, I just find that to be absolutely hilarious. But, I mean, that's just what it is. These are the people who are going to be in charge. Elaine Kaur, Cecil Russiel, Charlie Guillemot, Christophe Derenes, Jean Gueston, Mary Sophie DeWabert. Oh, so she's back too. Wow. Michael Montaner, Nicholas Rilks, Sebastian Frodafon, and Stephanie Perotti. Earlier this year, Ubisoft announced a new subsidiary, which you already know about. I'm not even going to bother. So, again, now that I know of that controversy, and now that I know a little bit of its history, I think things are going to get very interesting at Ubisoft. And that's for us, not for them. I think it's going to be very interesting. I think we're going to have a lot of changes that are going to result in the meltdowns of their employees. I think a lot of people are going to be quitting, rage quitting, getting fired. I think it's going to be insane. Because keep in mind, they said that they have to lower their costs by $110 million. They have to lower their costs. So the only way that you're going to lower costs substantially is by lowering the number one cost for any company, which everybody knows what that is. It's payroll. Payroll is the number one cost. Human payroll is the number one cost for any company out there. So if you have to reduce $110 million, then there is going to be massive layoffs. At some point in time, there is going to be massive layoffs at some point in time. So I can't wait. You know it's coming. You know it's coming. And that's when all the meltdowns are going to begin. That's where all the Ubisoft shills who are trying to convince you everything was fine, they're going to be like, oh, no, I never said that, blah, blah, whatever. It's always the same shit. Anyway. All right. We touched on these two topics. Now we got two major topics today. Actually, let's do... What time is it? We got time. Let's cover the Steam store really quick. We're doing great time today, guys. We're fucking killing it today. This is pretty big. So yesterday, and then after this, we'll do super chats, and then we'll do the two main stories. So yesterday, there was a story going around about Valve being hacked and about how, 89 million accounts or whatever the case may be were breached. Oh, it's a massive hack. They were trying to spread the story around as if it was like the next PlayStation Network hack, But the reason why I never reported on it is because something sounds really sus to me the entire time. And I told people this in my chat that I have where I talk to Atreus, Kata, Kokasa Cage, Smash JT, the SNH chat, basically. And I was like, there's something really off about this. There's something really, really off about this. The fact that there is someone who says they have 89 million accounts. They have 89 million accounts. And they're asking on the dark web $5,000 for 89 million accounts, which I just found to be extremely suspicious. Because I'm like, if you have information, even a little bit of information, for 89 million accounts for one of the most private networks out there, which is Steam, because it's ran by a private company, I'm thinking to myself, surely it must be worth more than just $5,000, right? Surely it must be worth more. Something just seems awfully sus to me. It seems like not a get-rich-quick scheme, but it seems like somebody's trying to get quick money. You definitely could have asked for way more money than that if you actually had 89 million accounts. So apparently, Valve has finally made a statement and confirmed that the data leak did not breach Steam systems at all. At all. So let's go over it. Valve has issued a statement declaring that a reported data leak did not breach Steam systems at all, confirming that no action is required to secure your account. Good thing I didn't report on it because I had a feeling that shit was sus. Reports on Wednesday, May 14th, declared that Steam was the target of a huge data breach and suggested that private account information, which may have included password information, payment details, or personal data. However, Valve has now spoken on the matter with a statement confirming that although there was a leak, it consisted of older text messages that included one-time codes that were only valid for 15-minute time frames and the phone numbers that they were sent to. Although personal phone numbers look to have been accessed, Valve added that the leaked data did not associate the phone numbers with any Steam account, password information, payment information, or any other personal data. The statement assured users that old text messages cannot breach the security of your Steam account, and should a code ever be used to change your Steam email or password using SMS, confirmation will be received via email and Steam secure messages. And this is why I love Steam. I'm not saying Steam is invincible. I'm not saying that. Obviously, I don't think that. But I do know that Steam has been running for a long time now to not be a kind of system that gets hacked very easily. I can't even remember the last time that Steam was hacked or if ever hacked, to be honest with you. So this is one of those situations where you kind of have to look at what they're saying and what they're asking for. If you see somebody saying they have access to almost 90 million Steam accounts, they were hacked once. Yeah, I know, a long time ago. They've gotten really good since then. If you see somebody saying that they have access to 90 million accounts and they're only asking you $5,000 for it, just realize that that is extremely sus by every method possible. And you should probably laugh at that person. I'm just saying. But I will say this, though. No company is perfect, number one. Number two, you should always make sure you protect all your accounts. Use two-factor authorization. Use a multi-layered password. Everything you possibly can. And to be honest with you, I changed my password regardless. Even though I knew it sounded sus, I just wanted to change my password just because. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with changing your password every, year or so. There's nothing wrong with changing your password. But this essentially became a nothing story. This became a nothing story. So that's basically it. Because there was a lot of people yesterday They were talking about the hack, and they were like, Hypnotic, report on the hack, man. Steam's got 90 million accounts, man. Report on the hack, man. And I'm like, dude, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, bro, I'm not going to report on it because I think it's sus right now. I'm waiting for a little bit more information to come in. This is why, like, all the people on Twitter, like, you have people on Twitter that report on something really quick without letting a little bit more information come in because they want to be the first. And then they end up having to retract it because they were like super wrong. It's like I'm waiting a little bit. Let me wait. Let me see. And then look what ended up happening. But yeah, it doesn't hurt to change your password. So if I were you, change your password just to get that extra feeling of safety. But as of right now, nothing's wrong with Steam, and you're perfectly fine for the most part. You're perfectly fine. So, all right, let's catch up on Super Chats. Let me drink some water really quick. Hold on. All right, perfect. Let's get into this, boys. We got some Super Chats we're going to go over, and then we're going to get into the first major story, which is about Fairgames, PlayStation, and the CEO leaving the company. So let's go over it. Where did we leave off? We had a crazy amount of membership train going on. We got Barry Stroud with a 5. I just been told Disco's coming back. First, I was afraid. Oh, my God. And let me guess. First, I was afraid. Then I was petrified. Is that what you're trying to say? Fucking guy, man. Fucking guy. What's the rest of the lyrics? First, I was afraid. I was petrified, thinking I could ever live without you by my side. I think that's it, right? Is that right? I know it's right. A la carte, with a 5. What does a tornado and an angry housewife have in common? They moan when they come and take your house. When they leave. Fair. Fair enough. Eric Jenkins for $4.89. Apparently, you can't use beef stew as a password. It's not stroganoff. Oh, Eric Jenkins, man. Kyle Barrett with a 2. Hashtag stop chair abuse. Hashtag stop chair hate. Hashtag stop smash JT. There are some people that are taking that last hashtag very seriously. Hypnotic and Rapture for 10 months of legendary status. Cancellation coming for these fools is a beautiful thing. They celebrated too early. Now they are silent. Savor their bitter clown tears. When are you going to have Tasha, Doremi, and Shin Jae-un in a $100 AI art video, sir? I got to get a couple more $100 AI. I mean, we don't get a lot of red boys until the Waifu Battle comes in. But I'll definitely get a couple more clips. I've been honestly editing my ass off with these new format videos that at this point, I think I might hire an editor. I think I'm at the point where I might have to hire an editor again because I just don't got the time, bro. I don't got the time to be. I mean, I take the editing very seriously, so it's okay, though. We'll figure it out. David Elias, what a 5. They took it because they're bankrupt of ideas and talent. They're hubris to steal 95% of it all and then pass it off as theirs. This is developer theft. True. And they feel like nobody's going to notice, which is the hilarious thing about all of it, right? They genuinely feel like nobody's going to notice at all when that happens. And it's so blatant. Like I said, it's not something that's inspired by. It's you literally took the name of whatever the hell that guy drew and you just copy and pasted it. So, Eric Jenkins, $4.99. You can never tell jokes to a kleptomaniac. They always take things. There you go. Britt Cormier for a $20.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Britt for a 20 says Bungie is a crap virtue signaling company that has fucked over their players for a long time. Remember when they slowed down XP in D2 or the big one of the Wait Gate when they had God rolls that could never drop? Dude, I know of a lot of people that are hardcore Bungie like fanboys, right? But I also know of a lot of people that used to be Bungie fanboys that are no longer because of situations like what you just mentioned, especially with Destiny 2. Destiny 2 turned off a lot of people that I once knew as fanboys. So, you know, what you're saying is true, but I don't think it's going to matter ultimately at the end of the day for Marathon. I think Marathon is going to have their player base. Whatever that player base may be, I think they're going to have a small but dedicated player base. Because, again, it's not a free-to-play game. You're going to have to pay money for it. So that immediately is going to shrink a lot of the potential player base it could have. I think it would have been much better going off free-to-play and then trying to keep whatever they could. But I guess we'll see. But I do remember all those things. And, yes, you are right. Bungie is a virtue signaling company. But to be fair, a lot of these companies are, so... We got Eric Jacobs with 199. Valve hack sponsored by PlayStation. PlayStation would love to. Are you kidding me? PlayStation would love to. Oh my God. If they could get the data that Steam has, oh, they would love to. Jeremy Webb, the legend, with a 5. Singing in the shower is fun until you get soap in your mouth. Then it's a soap opera. Oh my God. Oh my God, Jeremy Webb. Jeremy Webb, number one, I'm glad that you're okay. I'm glad you've been hanging out with us for the last couple of days now, you fucking legend. Stay safe out there. But, damn, that was bad. Damn, that was bad. That was bad. Sorry, Jeremy Webb, I love you. You need to repent, sir. You need to repent. We got Mr. Spangus Coffee with a 5. My wife and I were supposed to go out for a Saturday night date. Sadly, I got the flu. Now I got Saturday night fever. Of course. Trooper with a 5. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong, and I grew strong. And I learned how to get along. And now you're back from outer space. There you go. See? We're going to keep this going? Are we going to keep this going? Eric Jacobs with 199. I'm buying VTuber cards. Can't find yours. Good. You never will. Good. Good. Let's check Rumble. Shout out to Rumble. What do we got? Shit. All right, so we got... Damn, how many fucking super chats were there on Rumble? I'm trying to scroll. Oh, here we go. The show brought to you by Play Stupid Games, win stupid prizes from Gray the Merchant, Vice Overreached and Burn like Cinder's career, and Eric's sultry dad jokes. My wife recovers and kicking ass. Marathon who? Exactly. Fair enough. Fair enough. Adam Juman for $1. Why put Chinese items in a Japanese game? DEI is lazy. I agree. Adam Juman for $1. PlayStation fanboy put out false information on X. PlayStation is a poster boy for leaks. Steam is smarter than PlayStation when it comes to security. I agree. After what happened that one time to Steam, they invested so much money into security that they have one of the best systems out there. Adair Soto for $1. What is R2D2 short for? Because he has little legs. Crashman Boy for $1. So, apparently, DEI doesn't exist in movies and games, only in real life. But retards like to bitch in the comments about E33 devs not knowing how real life people talk in a non-E33 vid. Yeah. There you go. Crashman Boy with $1. Movies and games are not real life, so apparently they cannot have DEI. And we don't know jack shit. Facepalming hard as possible, right? Due to the stupidity. Adair Soto with $1. Don't worry, Hypnotic. The fans will make a VTuber card for you, probably. Probably. Unfortunately. Jeremy Webb is doing it again. Here we go. Jeremy Webb with a 5. What do a tick and the Eiffel Tower have in common? They're both Paris sites. Jeremy Webb needs to repent. He needs to repent. Repent, my good man. Jesus, what's going on here? All right, boys, let's get into the topic. First major topic of the evening. We are keeping on track very well. So first major topic of the evening, we got Jade Raymond leaving Haven Studios. Now, if you guys don't know who Jade is, Jade founded Haven Studios. Haven Studios is working on Fairgames. According to recent reports, Fairgames is not looking too good. Like, at all. Things are not looking good. Fairgames, they're not happy with the development of Fairgames. But in any case, she has decided to leave Haven Studios, a company that she founded 4 years after founding it. She founded it in 2021 and has left the company without a public reason being made clear as to why she left. She departs the company as it prepares to release a debut title, a multiplayer shooter named Fairgames. So she's leaving the company right before the game debuts, which is a massive red flag. All right? Massive red flag. In reports, it was suggested that developers at Haven Studios are less than happy with how the game's development is progressing. In an article published by Bloomberg, it was revealed that Haven Studios founder Jade Raymond has departed the company. It reads as a sudden thing, and PlayStation, the parent company to Haven, neglected to provide a solid explanation as to why this happened. Jade has been an incredible partner and visionary force in founding Haven Studios. We are deeply grateful for her leadership and contributions, and we wish her all the best in her next chapter. PlayStation is committed to supporting Haven Studios and excited to continue the journey. Haven Studios is piecing together Fairgames, a multiplayer that should be, keyword should be, a live service shooter akin to the finals from Embark Studios. It's more going to be like a dead service shooter, let's be real, but, you know, who's keeping track? The game's operating model revolves around players teaming up to rob the super rich while fighting off opponents with similar goals. Oh, yeah. All right. Rob the rich, because that's something that sounds interesting. That sounds interesting. Rob the rich. Gee, where did that come from? Where did that mindset come from? Let's just rob the rich and blame them for everything. So in case you guys forgot what Fairgames was, I want to show you a really fast trailer. To remind you guys of what this game is, and then we're going to finish the story and go over what Bloomberg said. Here we go.
You want to know about us? Seems like everyone does these days.
Cheat the rich. If you take away the C and the H, what does that say? Eat the rich. Who says eat the rich? Bro, this game is made by leftist ideologues. You could tell just based off of the notion. It's no different than that TV show Robin Hood. Remember that TV show Robin Hood? Not many people remember that show. Same exact concept. Eat the rich.
It's simple. Too much money and too much power is held by just a...
Look at this. Top 5 billionaires. You got to go after the billionaires. Of course, the number 2 person is Elliot Moore, which is probably a pseudonym of sorts for Elon Musk, most likely. Look at who the first person is. They're using the Minx shit. What the fuck is Minx? They made a non-binary Minx person as the number 1 billionaire in the world. Minx Y. What the fuck is Minx? This is the same pronoun that Alyssa Mercante's lawyer uses. Minx. Or whatever.
Few people. And it's only getting worse. So, we decided to do something about it.
Play to make them pay. Did you see the bottom of that? Yeah, make those rich people pay. Yeah, they're so evil for being rich. Make them pay, because that's going to somehow help you in your life.
Let's go.
Oh my God. I forgot that they used the same music or similar music to what was in the Robin Hood TV show. I forgot about that. That's why everybody was making fun of this. Because, of course, you have the DEI people robbing other people. This is great.
Designer socks too. I got the swag too. It's a haiku. I'm something like you. My drink and drive too. Work 9 to 5s when I was in high school. These shoes here don't come out till June.
I'm going to mute it in case there's copyright, because I'm sure there probably is with that music. But yeah, the messaging is all over the place, man. Steal from the rich. Eat the rich. Never beating the stereotype. Well, I mean, we can't. They can't beat the stereotype because they keep putting it in everything. Right? Why is it that every time they put a diverse cast, for some reason, that diverse cast they're like thieves? Look at what's happening with the new Ironheart. What the fuck in the trans monkey is this? Look at what's happening with Ironheart. Fucking Ironheart is a literal thief. She's a thief in the show. That's how she gets the money to put the suit together. Take it till you make it. Wow. Wow. So other people become millionaires because of whatever they do, right? And you're like, you know what? I'm just going to take it until I become a millionaire. You're not going to work. You're not going to try to come up with something useful. You're not going to try to create a business. Nope. You're just going to steal it until you make it. Steal from the rich, because as long as you steal from the rich, then it's justified. It's considered a justified act. Wow, bro. This is incredible. You gotta love to see it. So anyway, I wanted to remind you guys what that game actually was, because I gotta be real with you. Even I forgot what that game looked like. So let's go back to the story and cover what else Bloomberg said. So the game's operating model, again, revolves around players teaming up to rob the super rich while fighting off opponents with similar goals. Raymond is a prolific developer with almost a quarter of a century in the business. She has been through the likes of Electronic Arts, Ubisoft, and Sony, and her career has seen her contribute in key roles in the development of games like Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Star Wars Battlefront. Nice. Exactly. Ah, yes, the ethical stealing. Yeah. It's the same stealing that happened during the George Floyd riots. Remember when they were rioting in order to protest George Floyd, and then for some reason stealing from Target became part of that strategy. Stealing from Best Buy became actually stealing from everywhere. Robbing every fucking store within a 10-mile radius became part of their strategy. Not exactly sure how that has anything to do with George Floyd, but I digress. I guess that 60-inch television is going to make somebody feel better about the death of someone they never knew about. But, that's definitely not my kind of, thing to get into. Yeah, I agree. BLM was immune to Yep. Yeah, apparently nobody was allowed to go see their grandmother that was dying. But as long as you were protesting against the power and the patriarchy and racism, well, then suddenly you could gather in thousands and it'll be fine. Not surprised. The report by Bloomberg mentioned that the unidentified sources have shown concerns about how Fairgames is progressing at Haven Studios, which could be a contributor to Raymond's sudden departure. Again, I don't know why this person would just leave a company they founded. I don't think anybody just suddenly leaves a company they found. It's a little bit odd. I think there's something more here, and I would guarantee you within a couple of days, we are going to get more information. We are going to find out what the exact reason is why she left. And I'm sure the game has something to do with it. Because when is this game coming out? Let's see. When is Fairgame releasing? Let's see. Bloomberg reports that the first-party PlayStation game was originally aiming to come out in fall of 25, but is now coming out sometime in 2026. That delay is apparently the result of internal concerns about the game's development following outside testing. So this game has been delayed. Oh my God, bro. This game is cooked. This game is cooked. It's cooked. It is cooked. By the time this game comes out, it's going to be dead. It's going to be dead. Nobody's going to give a fuck. Nobody cares now. This game is dead on arrival. I didn't even realize that it was delayed till 2026. You got to be kidding me. You mean to tell me that people are going to have to choose to play your game or play another game in 2026, which we already know? You got the year of Grand Theft Auto 6 coming. Yeah, come on, bro. Just don't even bother releasing the game. Just let it die with the CEO. It's fine. All right. Let's catch up on Super Chats, and then we're going to get into the last topic, boys. Fairgames is so screwed. Fairgames is so screwed. It's not even funny. It's not even funny, bro. What the hell, bro? Eric Jenkins of 489. I just read a book about Stockholm Syndrome. It was pretty bad at first, but by the end, I liked it. This game is pretty much Concord 2.0. Yeah, it is. It is. It's going to be Concord 2.0. Haven is going to die once this game is released. It is going to be a one-shot kill for them. Just like Firewalk Studios was a one-shot kill with Concord and they died from it. Haven Studios is going to die from Fairgames, guaranteed. Guaranteed. The game is going to come out. It's going to massively flop. And it's just going to be bad. Eric Jenkins, 489. I wear a stethoscope so that in a medical emergency, I can teach people a valuable lesson about assumptions. Piranha Pal, it counts. It doesn't. Jeremy Webb with a $5 banger. Does that count for us in the military? LOL. JKA, don't take out of context. This fucking guy. Alucard with a 5. Why does it have hair around it? To keep it from looking like a taco. Eric Jenkins for 189. Bro, they literally have no creativity. Zero. Absolutely zero. Tipples with a 2. Hello, fellow gamers. Hello, fellow gamers. Shout out to Tipples. And then Jeremy Webb with a 5. We once took a motor out of another Humvee in a different motor pool to fill in the quota for us, but that's a secret. Secret safe with me, man. Don't worry about it. Secret safe with me. And then we got Flesion with a 5. She's just a rat leaving a sinking ship. I agree with that. I agree with that. She's trying to get out while she can before she has to become the one that has to explain why this game is failing. So I'm sure that's the reason. I'm sure that's the reason why. And then we got Alucard with a 5. A lot of 5 bangers today. We got what type of woman has a license to kill? The one with the driver's license. Damn. It's insane. Are we sure if the game will release? Honestly, I'm kind of saying probably not. But I guess we'll find out. All right. Last major topic of the day. If you guys are unaware, we've had another bomb in the gaming industry, and this one has had a little bit more of an immediate effect on the company and the structure and everything that happens under the sun. So there was a new game that came out called Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. Now, unfortunately, this game bombed, which is kind of makes me sad because I was looking forward to trying it, and I'm still going to try it. It was gifted to me, so thank you for gifting it to me. But apparently the game bombed so bad that the SNK CEO has been forced to step down after the game massively bombed. Now, I never actually looked at this game on SteamDB. So what we're going to do is look at this game on SteamDB and see exactly what's going on here. So if you look, this game right now is not doing good at all. Ouch. This game is hit an all-time peak of 4,674 players with a 24-hour peak of a little over 1,000. This game costs, let's see, $60 retail right now. It costs $60 retail right now. So it's almost pretty much a full price game. Almost. And it's at 1,000 only. It's got barely anybody watching on Twitch. It's got barely any sales in the analytics. It's number 355 in the top sellers. It's got, to be fair, it's got a pretty positive, review ratio, sort of. 85% is not terrible for a game that's not doing that well. But actually, it's getting lower, 81%. It's not looking too good. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the problem is with this game. To be honest with you, aside from maybe bad marketing or minimal marketing. But other than that, I'm really not too sure. I haven't tried the game yet, so I can't really speak to it. But it's not looking that good. So the game bombed drastically. And they announced that the CEO had to step down because of it. So Fatal Fury City of the Wolves is the first new game in the series in 26 years. SNK Corporation has poured a lot of money into it from a marketing and advertising. Oh, so I guess they did market it and advertise it. I don't think they did personally. I didn't see a ton of marketing for this game, but maybe I just wasn't looking in the right places. But it doesn't appear to have paid dividends. And now SNK's CEO has stepped down barely a month after its release. You might have seen Fatal Fury City of the Wolves advertised somewhere. It was all over WWE's ring. Really? During WrestleMania? Oh, man. Oh, man. They paid disgusting money. They paid disgusting money for it. If they put it in WrestleMania. Hold on. Wait. What's this? Purple Shy. I don't hate Maximilian, but I fucking hate when they put a fucking YouTuber in. Wait, they put Maximilian in this game? The blonde-haired YouTuber? The guy who cried over Final Fantasy VII? That guy? There's no way they put him in the game, bro. There's no way. Did they do that? People are saying no. People are saying no. People are saying no. They didn't put him in the game. The DJ? I'm not sure what we're referencing. It was the Saudi prince's personal Mugen? Seriously? Cristiano Ronaldo? Dude, it's totally fucking Maximilian, bro. All right, I'll save that for another day. The DJ and the soccer player guest characters. Salvatore Ganacci resembles Max, but not quite. Let me look it up. Salvatore Ganacci. Who the fuck is this? What the fuck? Hold on. This is the guy they put in the game? Swedish DJ Salvatore Ganacci is the guest character. He is a giant SNK fan. They put a DJ in the game? They put a DJ in the game? Wow. Wow. Nice. Interesting. Not the most flattering pick. I mean, I just picked the first one I saw. See, because I know Maximilian plays a lot of fighting games. That I know. But, I guess people confuse the two of them, I suppose. So in any case, let's just go back to the article then. All right, well, there's a rabbit hole we went down. So, again, apparently the game was advertised all over WWE WrestleMania, which I am sure cost them an insane amount of money. I'm sure. Low Steam numbers and sales have led to the company's CEO being transitioned to a new role already. You know what's so funny? So, what's so funny to me is that a game like this that has a $60 price tag only does about 4,000 or so concurrent players on Steam, which means they probably sold like, I don't know, 50,000 copies, give or take, maybe if they're lucky. 40,000. But you have 4,000 some odd concurrent players on Steam, and your CEO is stepping down because it's a massive failure. Meanwhile, South of Midnight gets, how much does South of Midnight get? I mean, let me just look it up. So South of Midnight got 1,438. So South of Midnight got 1,438. South of Midnight costs $40. So the other game that cost $60 and got almost 5,000 concurrent is a massive failure and caused the CEO to step down. But this game, with a high budget as well, that cost $40, that had 1,400 concurrent players on Steam, apparently, according to the shills, this game is a massive success, and we're just an angry chud. Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Definitely major winning game there for sure. Oh, here we go. Cristiano Ronaldo is a playable fighter in Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. Many world-renowned DJs also helped to fashion the game's soundtrack, along with its aggressive marketing campaign. Fatal Fury didn't pull its punches on any front. However, on May 12th, not long removed from the game's April 24th release date, SNK Corporation made a statement. SNK today announced that Mr. Kenji Matsubara will transition to an advisory role where he will continue to lend his experience and vision. During his tenure as CEO, Mr. Matsubara has been instrumental in driving the company's growth and innovation. He transformed SNK by expanding its development division and strengthening its sales and marketing functions, building it into a global publisher capable of competing worldwide. As part of this transition, the board will appoint the chairman of the board to assume the interim role of CEO. Damn, so this guy got forced to step down so fast that they didn't even have anybody to replace him. They didn't have anybody to replace him. They needed an interim role in the meantime. The board expresses its deepest gratitude to Mr. Matsubara for his dedication and leadership during a transformative period in the company's history. SNK Corporation remains committed to its strategic vision and is excited about the future as it enters this new phase of leadership. Yeah, this shit is rough, man. Watch the trailer for, let's see, so Cristiano Ronaldo. What the fuck? Let's look at this. I'm so curious. My curiosity has been massively piqued now. Hold on. This is the trailer. Let's see what we got going on here. This is the trailer for Cristiano Ronaldo in the game. Let's see.
Let's have some fun. For the love of the game. Push it! Gotcha! Heads up!
Holy shit, man. Holy shit. Okay. Interesting.
Just amateur! Don't flex! Just flex it! Here we go! Push out of my way! Go out of my way! And stop me! Right between the eyes! Watch and learn! You're gonna love this! He shoots! He scores! Way ahead of you! Yep!
Dude, I gotta be honest with you. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I understand a lot of fighting games, they have a lot of cameo characters, but they usually cameo characters from people that all around the world like give a fuck. And I don't know. I don't watch soccer, so I don't have any idea. 1 FPS, thanks, Hypno. Listen, it is what it is, man. I can't use OBS because the fucking platform is unreliable right now. But it just seems odd to me. Like, I can understand having cameo characters from other fighting franchises or maybe pop culture icons, you know. Like you just have Batman show up randomly or like some fucking shit, but a soccer player? Apparently he's the Saudi prince's favorite soccer player. I guess when you have Saudi prince money, I suppose that you could get whatever you want. These guest characters were the Saudi prince's personal picks. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. Supposedly Ken and Chun-Li are guest characters. If Ken is a guest character in this game, you best believe I'll be playing the shit out of that. I really want to play this game because I think Fatal Fury is an awesome franchise. And the combat has always been a lot of fun. I want to play this game. Watching this trailer makes me want to play this game, but it also makes me want to avoid this fucking character because it just looks so gay, bro. I don't know.
This is it.
Look at this shit, bro. Look at this shit. It's Hassan Piker, a playable character. It's Hassan Piker, a playable character. What a fucking troll, bro. I wish, man. I wish I would fight against him all the time. All the time. Check out the DJ's trailer. Nah, bro, I'm good. I don't want to get copyrighted and we gotta move on. But it's fine. They try not to target USA. They find it not a good investment. I don't blame them. Look at what's happening with all these companies in the US right now. Bro, that's wild. Yeah, it is pretty wild. Tiger Woods, a playable character.
Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves.
The voice acting's so fucking bad, bro. It's so fucking bad. But these are one of these games where you kind of expect the voice acting to be, a little bit cringy, especially the English voice acting. You kind of expect that. Sounds like AI at this point. But in any case, let me pull this down really quick. So, yeah. So it's not a good look, obviously. For fans of Fatal Fury, it's not a good look that the CEO is stepping down almost immediately. And then on top of that, too, they don't have a replacement because they weren't planning this, I imagine. But unfortunately, no matter how big of a fan you are of Fatal Fury, at the end of the day, it's it's a financial failure. It's sad, but it's true. And to be fair, a lot of these fighting games usually don't have like massive player bases. But normally they have very small, tight-knit, dedicated player bases. So as long as you can muster up a decent, couple of tens of thousands of players all throughout either, different platforms or Steam or whatever, if you could muster that up, you should be fine. Like you should be able to, with a couple of, microtransactions or things of that nature, you should be able to monetize for a while, but it's unfortunate. I don't like seeing fighting games fail because I feel like there's a lot. If these fighting games there's a lot of different kind of players for these fighting games. Let's just say you're gonna have your diehards with the typical big fighting games like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and whatnot. But a lot of these alternate fighting games are a lot of fun, man. Blaze Blue is a good one too. Have a lot of fun playing Blaze Blue. Fatal Fury, I'm glad it's back. It's unfortunate it's failing, but I'm glad it's back. So. But I'll see. We'll see what happens. If Ken is in the game, I might play this today, or maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I just want to play around with it and experiment. If Ken is really in the game, then I'll play this definitely more often. Besides, I think Mike Hollow wants to play a fighting game, and he's gonna kick my ass in pretty much anything we pick. So we shall see. We shall see. I might as well start training in something. All right, let's catch up. Ken is coming later this year. Oh, okay. All right, so. By the time it comes, it'll be fine. Him and Chun-Li are coming. Oh, shit. Chun-Li is going to be awesome, too. Let's catch up on Super Chats really quick. Where are we at? We got Jeremy Webb throwing in the 5 bangers. Let's see. Arabian Luffy with a SAR 39.99. The thieves in the game use equipment and weapons that look expensive to steal the rich. And the thieves supposedly are poor. Who the hell wrote the script? Probably very wealthy, or very familially wealthy people, white liberal people, that are like, yes, this is the story everybody wants to hear. Oppressed, you know, what's the word I'm even looking for? Oppressed minorities that happen to have equipment that is on par with the military, stealing from the rich because they're so poor that they can afford equipment that's as good as the military. It's like, okay, whoever wrote this. Gabriel Lundis with a 5. Hey, Big Dog, do you have Kick? Would love to donate on that platform instead, since you gay takes too much of a cut. I don't have Kick, not anymore. I deleted it because I just don't use it, to be honest with you. And I'm trying to minimize. I was doing too many platforms. I'm trying to minimize to like 3 platforms right now. So unfortunately, I don't have Kick, but I do have Twitter and I do have Rumble. Rumble and YouTube are the only 2 platforms that you can actually like donate on. So unfortunately, I don't have Kick anymore. I don't even have Twitch anymore. So Darth Gunner with a 5. Stellar Blade finally has a price on Steam. $59.99 for the standard and $79 for the complete edition. Yeah, I didn't even talk about Stellar Blade because I didn't have a chance to, because I'm giving it like a day or two to see if they respond. But obviously, Stellar Blade has a lot of problems right now because, number one, it's banned in certain regions. So people are upset about that. And number two, it has the Nouveau, which people are going to be pissed about that. So this is one of those situations where I'm waiting to see if Shift Up responds in any way to the backlash right now when it comes to the Nouveau. And if they do, obviously, then I'll talk about it. But as of right now, we don't really have too much information. So Miguel O'Hara with a 10. It bombed because of guest characters, specifically in real life people being featured in the game. Shame, because I'm a big SNK fan. And also, it's not Max in the game. It's DJ that looks like him. Yeah, so we definitely discussed that. And it's unfortunate. If it bombed because of the guest characters, then that kind of sucks, because then that means that money from the prince dictated those characters, right? From what I understand. And that essentially led to people not connecting with it. So that sucks. Eric Jenkins, $4.99. Professional mirror photography is a job I could really see myself doing. Dayo. I'm sure you can. BioT Wolf with a 5. To be fair, this is not the first or the second time SNK went through this. They are not good with money and really bad with legal stuff. Yeah, I don't doubt that. It's just unfortunate because I do like Fatal Fury. I do like the franchise. So seeing this company go through this, it sucks. But you know what? This is what you do, man. If you're taking that Saudi money and you're letting him run the show because he's giving you that money, you better hope that money is good enough to run your company. Otherwise, you end up in this situation. Zelosi with a 5. 2 slots that could have gone to 2 longtime Fatal Fury characters. Exactly. Right? But they decided to put those characters in. Alucard with a 5. Where can you find a one-legged dog? Wherever the fuck you left it. Eric Jenkins, $189. The more they show, the bigger our win. Deo. This fucking guy. Eric Jenkins, $189. PPP. A fellow VTuber. Of course. Eric Jenkins, $189. I'll play Hassan in paintball. Of course you play paintball. Why am I not surprised? Sergeant Sapien with a 2. Hassan Piker at Sam High DLC might save game. Maybe. Alucard with a 5. What do you call a mesmerizing VTuber? A hypnotic streamer. Oh. You like that one, don't you? Jeremy Webb with a 5. You need MySpace to make it big, so send us your MySpace main. Old school. Archangelus for 3 months. Thank you for all the hard work, Hypnotic. Always look forward to your videos and streams. Good night. And everyone have a good night as well. Hey, shout out to you, Archangelus. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for the compliment. Thank you. Son of the Leash with an ARS 200. So many characters in SNK games. Roster and went with Cristiano Ronaldo. At least if they fictionalized the guy and nudged him into the extensive lore and made him fit straight up real guys in a fictional series equals BS. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. I'm telling you, man, it's very strange. That's why I don't know how to feel about that, because I know they're not the first ones to do it. But in Fatal Fury, I'm just like, I don't know, man. It's weird. Arabian Luffy for $19.99. And for the records, the first soccer fighting is Roberto Miura, Rival Schools, 1997 from Capcom. Damn, we're going way back. Jeremy Webb for a 5. Also jokes. Have to say that for reasoning. I think we understood. Zelosi with a 5. Capcom Fighting Collection 2 drops tomorrow. Power Stone will be a good game for you and Smash and Play. Did I ever get gifted to me? I think it did. I have been thinking about Power Stone because they're gonna have multiplayer. Hold on. Capcom Fighting Collection. Oh, it didn't get gifted to me. The first one got gifted to me, right? Hold on, wait, hold on. Is that? Oh no, maybe it did. I don't know. Let me just go to the store. It'll tell me right now. Hold on, because that game right here, it's the first thing on the. Oh my! I didn't even add it to my wish list. I'm retarded. What am I doing? When's it come out? It unlocks in 1 hour. This game unlocks in 1 hour. 1 hour. It's gonna have Power Stone. That's one of the best. That's one of the best games. BioT says he gave me Fighting 1. Yes, that's right. I got confused. Power Stone, fuck, man. I'm so excited for Power Stone. That is going to be insane. Smash JT would never play that game with me. Because, well, number one, he doesn't play games. And number two, if he did play games, I don't think he would play that game. Eric Jacobs, 189, support Kata in his efforts to get a soulmate. I see what you did there. War Wizard 189. You a VTuber cut. So tier 3 Hypno McJiggles when? No. It's not happening. I refuse. Let's go over to Rumble. We got Adair Soto with $1. Man, she knows that this game is going to die. This game is going to be delayed through 2026. They'll finish, and she doesn't want to take any responsibility. That's why she left. I think that's safe to say, but we're going to have a statement come out at some point, I'm sure. Adair Soto with $1. When GTA 6 comes out on the same year, 2026, they're finished. Pretty much at this point. Okay. We are fully caught up everywhere. I think we're at tier 1, I'm pretty sure. So let's see if we can save tier 2 in the waifu battle, but I need to warn you guys before we do today's waifu battle. There has been a lot of back and forth in the waifu battle recently. And yesterday, there was a bit of a felting. Crimson Jet actually lost. And Crimson Jet has vowed unbelievable revenge. Now, I don't know if I believe that. I believe it partially. I don't know if I believe it to the extent that he was making it seem. Plus, I think he was calling out BioT-Wolf. I really don't know. But there was a lot of stuff going on. So let's see what happens in today's waifu battle because it's pretty interesting. Eric Jenkins with 199. McJiggles will be cheap. Just buy the Cinder model. No. I'm not doing that. And Adair Soto with $1. What happened to this game? They spent too much money on this game. They should have become $40 and then market it. This was terrible business decision. It's just another fighter game. We have that a lot. Yeah, but I mean, it's Fatal Fury, right? So they're reviving a very old franchise. There's some hype with that. They definitely should have had some hype with that. And obviously, you know, the fighting genre is dominated by like your Street Fighter, your Tekken, and maybe even like your Mortal Kombat. But I definitely think that they could have did a lot more with this. But you know, time's gonna tell. We'll see. All right, let's get into the waifu battle and see what the hell goes on because this is gonna be pretty wild. Here we go. All right, boys. The waifu battle is here. Now, if you guys are unaware, the current champion of the waifu battle is none other than Reiko, ladies and gentlemen, who won the waifu battle. It was close. It was a good fight, though. Lots of chair shots. Before we bring out the challenger, let's go over the rules of engagement. Let's go over the rules of engagement. Rule number 1. All super chats during the waifu battle can and will count towards a particular waifu. But the only way it's going to count is if you put the name of the waifu in the super chat. If you do not put the name of the waifu in the super chat, it will not count. It doesn't matter how big they are. You got to put the name of the waifu first. If you do not, it won't count. If you super chat after the fact that you put the name of the waifu you forgot to put the first time first, then I will make it count. Rule number 2. You can vote for any waifu regardless of who's on the screen. It doesn't matter. You can vote for the champion, who is Reiko, or you can vote for the challenger, who you're about to find out. It doesn't matter who's on screen at the time. Last but not least, after the second waifu comes off screen, I will do a 30-second countdown. After that 30-second countdown, no more super chats are going to count. It does not matter how big they are. The last super chat that shows up on my screen will be the one that counts. So please, if you're going to vote, vote early and vote hard, ladies and gentlemen. Do we understand the rules? I know we don't. It's fine. It's fine. All right, boys, listen. Today's waifu is a little bit of an interesting one. A little bit of a different one. I wanted to bring something slightly different. Slightly, just slightly. And I figured maybe she could do pretty well in the waifu battle. Maybe. I mean, it's a little hard to tell these days. But I figure, hell, let's bring her out and let's see if she can compete against Reiko. Since, Reiko, apparently a lot of people loved her. We shall see. All right, boys. The challenger that is going to go up against Reiko is going to be none other than the one and the only Selvaria from Valkyria Chronicles, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Reiko or is it going to be Selvaria? I'm going to put their names on the bottom right now. The names are on the bottom right now. And let me catch up on Super Chats while you're figuring it out. We got Eric Jenkins, 189. Make jiggles will be cheap. Just buy the Cinder model. No, I already read that. War Maniac for 1 month. Hypno Chair for President. Join the chair cult. Hypno Chair for Tier 3. No. No. I will fight this to the end of time. Absolutely not. I refuse. Absolutely refuse. I refuse. Apparently, I read Matthias's mind. Which that's good, I suppose. Valkyria Chronicles is an awesome game. Let's see if it's awesome enough for her to win the waifu battle. Let's see. We shall see. Genetic Explorer says, damn, Valkyria Chronicles. Man, I love that series. The combat is freaking great. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Let's see. We got Mr. Melancholy starting us off with a $2 banger. Says Selvaria. Damn. With the lit up eyes emoji. All right. All right. We got some silver hair love going on right now. Raken Knight over on Rumble says, what's up, bitches? What up, Raken Knight? How you doing, bro? I haven't seen you in a little bit. Hope you are well. Hope you are well. We got War Wizard with 199 says Reiko. Manga stream with Hypnotic Jiggles weekly. Dude, if I had a female VTuber run my manga channel, I think I could become a millionaire. I really do. Sergeant Sapien with a $2 banger says Selvaria, please and thank you. Well, I mean, you can ask nicely, but I don't really know what's gonna, go down. Oh shit. Jeremy Webb, you need to fix it. The names are on the bottom. You need to fix it. Jeremy Webb for a $50 banger says to the redhead. Sorry, I don't know her name, but they need more support. P.S. Is it okay to pay even though I don't know the name? The name is on the bottom. Super chat like, I don't know, $2 or something. The name is Reiko. R-E-I-K-O. It's on the bottom. And of course it's okay. You can pay as much as you want. I don't care. I appreciate it regardless. Thank you, man. Thank you. The chat's helping you out. The chat's helping you out right now. Jeremy Webb for a 5 says, I have to be silent with this right now. I can't hear a thing. Chat, help him. Tell him to fix it. He has to fix it. He has to fix it. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Crimson Jet with the $200 Red Boy Mega Banger is starting his revenge. Giving Salvaria a big lead right now. Oh, this is war, boys. This is war. All right. We are taking down Salvaria right now. And we are going to put up Reiko on the screen. Let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Reiko? Or is it going to be Salvaria? I don't know at this point. Anything goes now. Anything goes. We got Cyber Rider with a 20 saying Salvaria, love her outfit. Even though if you look at Cyber Rider's profile picture, it looks damn close to Reiko. It's like damn close, bro. Like, what are we doing? Shout out to Cyber Rider for the 20. Thank you so much. Hope you're having a good night. Thank you, Cyber Rider, for the 1999. Thank you, Crimson Jet. This man set the bar. Now, keep in mind, Reiko has a decent amount of votes, especially if Jeremy Webb fixes his $50 super chat. If Jeremy Webb doesn't fix his $50 super chat, then Reiko's screwed. Otherwise, she still has a chance if people want to fight for her. It's all up to the chat. Eric J gets 189 Piranha Pal. I'm staying out of this. Chicken. I know you don't have to stay out of this. Chicken. You just don't want to go up against Crimson Jet. That's really what it is. Admit it. Even Smash JT would go up against Crimson Jet. And everybody knows he's a chicken. Just kidding. Man, Smash is going to fucking hate me, bro. He's not going to want to play games with me anymore. I mean, he already doesn't. He has like other friends or something like that. But still, it's okay. It's all good. Look at this. Smash JT, he's right. When is Smash JT going to vote in the Waifu Battle? When is that going to happen? Have we ever seen Smash JT vote hard in the Waifu Battle? Have we ever seen that? Smash JT says, I'm a pretty friend for you. Wow. Uh-oh. BioT Wolf is throwing out the evil emojis. It's very quiet right now. I think he's right. Democulus says Crimson Jet has people in the chat scared. I think he's right. Stop being scared. Crimson Jet, we love Crimson Jet, but he lost yesterday. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. We got Louis Messina with a 2 Salvaria, not fully blondie, but we'll do. Fair enough. Beautiful Zexa with a 2 Salvaria for the win. Revenge from yesterday. I'm trying to help Jeremy Webb. Chances are Jeremy Webb is on the fucking base somewhere and he can't even hear us. He can't even pay attention probably to the chat. Fuck, man. Fuck. I don't know. This is going to be a problem. Jeremy Webb only has a little bit longer to fix his super chat. Otherwise, it's going into the void. No, we're not overlooking it. No. The rules are clear. The rules are clear. Eric Jenkins, 199. Silvaria, I love chicken masha. Wow. Yo, Crimson Jet is taunting BioT Wolf 19. Crimson Jet is taunting BioT Wolf 19 with a $50 banger. Says Silvaria, I see you. BioT Wolf 19. Oh, man. Well, I guess we're going to find out what's about to happen because it ain't looking too good. Here we go. Rumble, you ready? Gray the Merchant for $1 for Silvaria. I'll read it after this. But he's taunting Crimson. I'm sorry. He's basically taunting everybody else except for Crimson. All right. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, boys, that is it. The last super chat that is going to count is BioT Wolf's massively trolled super chat for a 5 saying, Silvaria, you thought I picked Reiku, but no, ha ha ha, feed the whole of waifus. Bro, BioT Wolf is such a fucking troll, my guy. He is such a troll. It's insane. And you know what? I don't even think Crimson Jet cares. He's like, I don't care. I got my waifu. I don't care. let's holy shit, man. Feed the ducks, bro. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. Look at this guy, Andrew Howell, ensuring Silvaria's victory. With a 50 saying Silvaria Diamond Cutter. Diamond Cutter, my God. And then on Rumble, Gray the Merchant said, Crimson Jet, yes. Let your anger flow through you. Also, PC building won't start until much later in summer. Eric, you drum rolling, Cinder loving, big ego, no pecker, Brit loving, dad joke. Deadeye's Lock for a 2 says, Silvaria, this Valkyrie is something else. Played Valkyria Chronicles. Damn, bro. This is interesting. This is interesting. This is a pretty massive felting. So for those of you that drop 50 bangers, this is for you. Shout out to Andrew and Crimson Jet for the 50 bangers. I appreciate you guys, man. And then Crimson Jet, of course, dropped the insane $100 Red Boy Mega Banger. Shout out to Crimson Jet. That's insane, brother. That is insane. This man, I don't think his revenge is over. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's over. I think he's just getting started. But we shall see, I suppose, at the end. Wait, keep feeding the ducks. Why are we not feeding ducks? Always feed the ducks, boys. Always. Always. That's made by AI. You can't fool me. I mean, listen. It is what it is. Hold on. Cut off the music. Cut off the music. Oh my God, bro. This is illegal. We can't. No. No. Oh man, bro. Ouch. All right. Salvaria with $345.98 against the former champion, Reiko, with $1.99. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, dude. That's just fucking terrible. That is terrible. God damn. Oh man. The winner and the new Waifu Battle champion is none other than Salvario, ladies and gentlemen. My God. That's insane. Let's do it one more time, ladies and gentlemen. One more time. Let's go. I highly doubt anybody's coping and seething in this battle, but you know what? It's tradition and it gets played no matter what.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. And seething.
And that is it, ladies and gentlemen, for the Waifu Battle. Valkyria, she's going to go backstage. Salvaria is going to go backstage, where she will face off against a former Waifu Battle champion tomorrow. Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Battle of Champions. And Crimson Jet is calling the ambulance to take away Reiko. He's calling the ambulance to take away Reiko because that was, that poor Ginger. Yeah, it's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Not gonna lie to you. That's rough. All right, boys. Let's see where we at. Eric Jenkins, 499. Bigot Army tournament fighting game tournament. Gray will be my first victim. I don't know about that. And then we got Gray the Merchant with a dollar that throws Reiko to the swamp. Under the waifus for the crocodiles. Yes, balance is stable. I love throwing waifus to either oceans, holes, Eric to McDuggins, Gulag, all of it. Love you guys, especially my bros. Oh, okay, there's some love there. There you go. There's some love there. All right, man. Battle of Champions is tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern. Guys, we are going to now finish up the stream. We're going to go raid. It's Thursday. You guys already know who we're raiding. Who are we raiding? Whose cheeks are we clapping? Cult Classic Cage. It's obvious, man. Every Thursday we raid Cassie. So we're going to head over to her stream now. Tell her I said hello. Show her some love. Stay to the end so that we can raid her properly. Thank you guys so much for liking the stream, commenting, spamming the chat, super chatting. I appreciate it. Join me tomorrow for not only my video at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be talking about Ubisoft. You're not going to want to miss that one. The shills are not going to like it. And obviously 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Griffcast. We're almost done with Doom. We're at chapter 14 out of like 22. Or something like that. So we're making some good progress. Almost done with that game. And obviously, Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Eastern. Join me over there. Thank you, Hypno Mods, for doing what you do every single day. And I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, go be bigots and go be gooners. Bye.
Not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Vagina. Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck it, yeah, Jones. Put a ticket in, make her name is gay. Fuck it, yeah, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in a sweetie and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day California shit! Cause that's all we fucking know! Cause we're boring! We're so fucking Twitter hole! Twitter hole! Get it right!
At the touch of the black man, I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.